Hey guys and gals, it's Jim, aka Armorama from PC War Machine, and here with another video. This is not a video review, even though I'm in the garage. This is a kind of a quick look at the Jagdpanzer E100. I don't play my top tiers a lot, and I don't have a lot of videos on them, so probably some of you will be surprised to know that I actually do have quite a few top tier vehicles. Let's just set by tier here. When I got my first tier 10, which was the E100, this little guy right here, this was a year ago or more, and I played it a good 50 battles or something, and then I just didn't like playing it. I was a bit intimidated by the tier. I think we play World of Tanks and we get this kind of almost like mythic quality about the tier 10 tanks, where we think that they're like so great and so perfect, and my god, I just would hate to have to go up to, I hate to have to go up against one of these tanks and so forth, like the IS-7. I used to fear the IS-7 a lot. But I think one thing that's good for players to do is get up to these tanks and then realize, oh, they've got weaknesses too, and they can be killed by other lower tier vehicles or artillery or this and that. And that's just exactly what happens with most of these vehicles. I think I did show you recently, if I remember correctly, there was a video or something I was doing where I looked at this. The win rate on this is very low, 46%. Same thing with the E100, 45%. That's way off of my normal 55 average percent over all my games. So I don't know. I think I do generally well in this tank. I mean, obviously team-wise, it's just that much. I'm not able to contribute into any great degree on these. Now, for instance, I don't think I play any better in the IS-7, but I have a 60% win rate after only 48 games, though. But there's a perfect example. I worked my butt off to get up to the IS-7, and this was, again, about a year ago I got this tank, and I've played it 48 times. Now, I just recently got, so I only have the three tier 10s. And I recently got the Foch, so you can see I've only played 16 battles in that. That one's doing pretty well. The M46 Patton is a tier 9. I played that 124 times. I like this tank, but again, not doing that great in it, 48%. IS-8, a little bit better, back to really my normal range, but I have played this tank a lot. So I think this is probably a good example of, like, to get fully into the swing of a tank, to kind of really understand it and be fully capable with it, you need to get up to this level. Then there's some tanks like the E50, where, again, I've only played half that number of games, but I just don't like this tank. I'm really not sure I'll ever get to the E50M. I'm actually researched quite a long way. I mean, I'm up to maybe 100,000 or so in terms of experience towards the E50M. And then we have tanks like the Object 704. This one is just, I love this thing. But this is the tank I was trying to get. I really wasn't trying to get the tier 10. This is when I saw these Object 704s. Of course, there wasn't the Object 263. What is it? I forget what the next one is. The 263. Whatever the next one is, the Object. I liked it. It looked great when it first came out, but this was the one I always wanted, the Object 704. So T30. So I've got quite a few tier 9s. I got, how many tier 9s do I have? About, this many to this many. So that, that's a decent amount. But I don't play these tanks all that much comparatively to other tanks. I mean, you can see, well, T34 I play a lot for credit grinding and just kind of fun. So that makes sense. That's at 700. Then the Ferdinand got up to 263. You can just basically see these numbers. Played a lot of the super purging with a platoon mate. This one I played the most, obviously, now at 1546. But anyways, I didn't want to make this a whole video on how many times I played each tank. I wanted to talk to you about the Jagdpanzer E100. This tank destroyer, tier 10 German tank destroyer, is quite a beast. Great armor. You've got 200 hull armor on the front, and it's not fast. It's rather slow, with a speed limit of only 30 kilometers per hour, which really would probably struggle to ever get close to that 30. It does have a pretty powerful engine, 1200 horsepower, and the gun is very nice. It's the 170 millimeter pack gun, and it's has a very long load time. You're looking at somewhere around, this says 2.33 rate of fire. I think I get close to 3. I want to say my reload's like 22 seconds or 21 seconds and something on this. We'll see when I do a replay here in a minute. And then the average penetration on just the standard AP is 299, 420 with APCR. Or is that heat? No, high explosive heat. And then 85 on just high explosive. And then damage is up to, average is 1050. I think damages can go up to 1300 and something on this gun with AP. And then 1050, so same damage, and then 1400 HE. And I think up to 1700 max. Accuracy pretty good, 0.35, but this gun will troll you. I just had a game where I was shooting at the backside of a E4 American Tier 10 tank destroyer, and I took 2 shots at that thing, center on, and it just flew off to the far side of the reticle, and which is within, the aiming reticle, but it just didn't hit because he was pretty far away. And then aiming time is 2.7, which, for a gun this powerful, again, this will troll you a bit too, because you're just waiting for something to come in, to fully focus. And sometimes you're taking those snapshots, and it will definitely miss a lot on just pure snapshots. So I don't want to, this isn't really a tank review. I'm just kind of going over some basics on it. And it's a tank you want to angle, obviously. The more you're angled, the better you are. So it's a little like the mouse in that sense, that if you can angle it, you're going to increase your odds. The trick is the gun doesn't have a very long, big traverse. It's 20 degrees, so 10 degrees to each side. So yes, you can, angle a bit and like aim to one side, but it's not exactly easy. As you can see, I have a pretty good crew in this tank with 3 skills and perks, except for this guy right here, my extra loader, which I didn't realize I was going to need 2 loaders on this, so then I had to have a new guy. The tank destroyer is, it is what it is. Is the British tank destroyer better? I don't know. I mean, it does almost twice the damage and has a lot worse armor, but then again, it has a little bit higher mobility. So I think yes. I think if this was really the Death Star, as some people name it, then it would do the same kind of 1800 damage that the British tank does, because the lack of mobility with this is really what kind of hurts it in terms of getting around the battlefield and doing as much damage as it possibly could. And that doesn't seem to bother the Tier 10 British tank destroyer. So I would name the Tier 10 British tank destroyer the Death Star, and I would name this one maybe the Super Star Destroyer, with maybe the E75 being like a Star Destroyer. Yeah, that's the way I would name it. Anyways, so let's take a look at the gameplay. I did get, do pretty well in this game personally, although there is a bit of a twist to that. But I just thought it was kind of a fun game for this tank, because it just kind of showed that if you play it really kind of uber aggressively, you can get into situations like this up against really strong tanks and really strong players, not a tier 8 scenario where you're fighting off some tier 8s or something. That's where you pretty much will wipe the table with them. And again, if you're working your way up to a tier 10 tank, I can tell you right now, don't expect a lot of tier 8 matches with you like the only tier 10 or a few tier 9s and you with the tier 10 at the top. It's not going to happen. You're going to be in so many tier 10 matches in this, you're just going to get tired of tier 10 matches, which is probably what burns most players out from tier 10. Is that there's so many, like for instance, there's a special this weekend, you get 30% extra credits on this battle. And the battle I just played, for example, we'll bring it up. This is the battle I just completed. And you can see pretty much I was awful. 2 shots basically is what that is. So I connected probably, 2 times? Yep. 3 shots, 2 pens. Did 2153. Hits received 5, penetrations 5. So, 5 people hit me and 5 people penned me, which is, considering the armor on this tank is not a good thing. Now, a lot of that was, I think, an E50M shooting either gold or something at me, so that's why he penned every time. I did get 989 in spotting damage. This was on Pearl River, right? Or Hidden Village. Hidden Village. I did, but thanks to this was a loss, wasn't it? Yeah, defeat. So thanks to the 30%, I did actually make 13,000, and I did not use any of my consumables, and as you can see below here, I run with large first aid kit, large repair kit, and automatic fire extinguisher. And if I use all of those, that's 60 grand in one battle just to replace all of those. So yeah, a lot. Even the heat rounds on this are not cheap at 7,200 a piece. So yeah, and the regular rounds are 2,200 a piece. Even the HE rounds are 1,430 a piece. So you better be, if you're not running premium on your account, you better be really careful of the economics of a tank like this, or a tank destroyer. All right, so by the way, and probably a lot of you notice I kind of correct myself every time I say tank, because this is not a tank. This is a tank destroyer. Tanks have turrets, generally. Or tanks have, there's a more technical definition, actually, where tanks essentially have a compartment where the turret spins around and the people in the turret actually are like seated and move around with the turret and things like that. I actually got that from Nicholas Moran, but even before that, you know, things with turrets are tanks. This is not a tank. All right, so let's go to that gameplay, and we'll take a look and see. Okay, here we are on Highway. As you can see, XVM is giving us a 57% chance to win. And looks like we've got some good tanks. We've got lots of waffle tractors and a few Jagdpanzer E100s like me, a couple, at least 2 of them. So we got 2 of each of those. They've got quite a spread of different tanks. Good players on both sides. Not a, you know, definitely not a scrub match or anything. Put you in my frame of mind. I do not like taking a heavy tank or tank destroyer across the field here and try to, you know, either even stay on this side, which is what a lot of my teammates are about to do. And no, I don't think I want the reticle or the rotating camera thing going on. I do that a lot when I'm playing, at least in this phase. So, yeah, we're gonna go to the city. Well, actually, we're gonna go up to the top of the railroad tracks first. And I'll go ahead and speed it up a little bit just so we get up there. And I knocked down the bit of that building, but not by mistake. But sometimes I knock those buildings down simply because they cause a problem later on if we're trying to take cap again. So let me go back to my view. As you can see, go back to ×1. We've got some players of the enemy players have shown up on the far western side of the map, the T-62A. Okay, change my sound settings there a little bit. All right, so you can see the T-62A, Jagdpanzer E100, a Tiger, and so forth on that other side. And there's a FV-215B, a British heavy tank, and he is pulled up into the city. I wait to see if he will move back down. I think I'm guessing, since we don't see any of his teammates, I'm guessing he's probably in one of those scenarios where he's like, do I stay? Do I go? Do I stay? Do I go? And I think he's just waiting. He's waiting for them to get up there. And, well, this is the interesting thing about this game. You can see we're holding off. We do have two heavies or 3 heavies down there. We've got the, trying to get some shots here. And unfortunately, I bumped into I didn't realize I was bumping into the 183 there. So he's telling our 103 to get back. I did get I believe a nice, well, I almost had a nice shot there on the mouse and I missed. Or I bounced, I believe. Going for another one. You can see the load time and the aim time on this. Not easy, not good. So there we go, shot on the E100. I didn't want to put it too far down low, because I was afraid that it would eat dirt. And, you know, I figured he was near that ridge line. Now I'm just waiting. I see that they are behind that road ridge line. You can see on the mini-map that they are. So nobody else other than those heavies has seemed to want to move into the town. So I'm like, okay, well, I think I'm going to move into the town. So I wait just to make sure no one's going to pop through there. And for the most part, they don't. Or from what I remember. Now the FV-215B is almost dead. Now he is dead. The IS-8 finished him off. Alright, so now I'm going to go behind this 183 because I really don't want to get hit by him by going in front of him. Which easily could have happened here if he got taken a shot at that E100. Do not cross in front of large tank destroyers. Make that a rule. I once one-shot at a guy, I forget what he was in, maybe a Ferdinand or something. And I don't remember what I was in. I might have been in my T-30, something that wouldn't have normally one-shotted him, but I believe I ended up ammo racking him. Because I was in sniper mode, and I was watching, and I was timing a shot based on, you know, lead time and stuff, and sometimes you can see them, but you're not processing it. Like I see my teammate coming into my shot, but you're still in the mode of like getting ready to click, and it's even though you kind of in your half of your brain's going, wait, don't fire, because oh, too late. So yeah, he just vaporized in one shot. And I felt bad, I did, and it certainly cost me a hellacious amount of money. I really sometimes think that they penalize players with those types of shots a little too much. Because technically speaking, it really was his fault. He went right in front of me when he could easily see I was turned. You know, I would have been going the kind of the same direction he was going normally with, and I wasn't. I was facing towards the enemy, and I believe I even fired at them a few times. So, yeah. Now, you can see I tried to get out there and take a shot. Still have no pens on this game. Getting a little frustrated. Team is doing, not terrible bad. I mean, we've lost 3 tanks to their 1, but certainly not good. The our east contingent there on the upper our west contingent up in the northwest corner basically dissolved and are dead, and now our tank destroyers and even our MT-25, God knows why. Now he looks like he's making a move, but he's potentially he should be the one lighting those guys up, which now he just did light up somebody. So the benefits of scouting cannot be undersold in scenarios like this. So that's what I'm doing. Here I am, tier 10 tank destroyer, and I'm trying to light up some of these guys. I actually told the Object 140 to go down there, and I meant for him to kind of swoop down and do some scouting and then get the hell out, but maybe he was hit by fire from their base. He seems to be going towards their base now. Just FYI, that Foch is pointing straight at me. I'm not sure why he didn't. He eventually does take a shot there. So I did finally get a shot on that Foch 155, 116 damage, or excuse me, 1,116 damage. 116 damage. You can rack up damage with this tank very quickly if you can connect shots. Like, for example, there's he just missed. There was another shot. That one hit my gun. Didn't damage it, thank goodness. I can only imagine what in real life would have happened if a shell connected with a gun. I just have a feeling it would have ended badly for the gun barrel. Okay, I can see the E4 trying to move up here and trying to get a shot on him. The IS-8 is just dying rapidly. I think he's been tracked, obviously. Couldn't get that shot on the E4, but maybe the E7 will cooperate. No. Yeah, this was a very frustrating game. He just, I mean, if I was in a tank, I would have been fine. I would have been able to maneuver and use my turret and so forth. But in a situation like this, where I'm trying to shield myself, the reason I'm behind this silo is I'm trying to shield myself from that M53. If I remember correctly, he's the one who's done a lot of potential damage to me, or at least been interested in me. And I believe I did have an outline on that. Not sure what it was. I really wish they'd fix that outline issue. So you can see the long load time between shots is very, very. Why is that IS-8 still there? He's in the exact same spot he was in earlier. So I have this E100 and this IS-8, and they're helping me out. Okay, we got the mouse. The mouse is down. Took another bouncer or a heat shot or something that I didn't hear that when it was heated up. I was getting a lot of heat shots various times. Now I don't know why I pull up here. I think they're moving up, and I want to potentially. I see that the E100's really, and myself right now, the IS-8's down. I thought they were pushing up, but they were only pushing up probably to take a shot on the E100. So I come back around here. That Foch is still out there, undisclosed in that field. But I want to get a shot here. He has a really good shot on me. He may have missed it. Maybe he was pointed the wrong way. I get a nice shot on the IS-7. Another 1100 and something. And I don't know if that was the Foch or somebody else. Maybe the 5120. So now we're up to 4,338 damage. Again, if you look over at my team, they're basically just trying to hold the base. And there are some really good players over there, but they're trying to hold the base from the T-62A, the Jagdtiger, and the Jagdpanzer E100 that we know of, although most of the other tanks, I believe, are over here on this side. So why two of our team, or now one of me, and maybe waffle, tier 9 waffles, looks like he may be thinking about coming my direction. But you can see we're taking a lot of artillery fire. Now this E4 is coming up. He wants to get a shot on us. I'm angling. He shot me with heat and did knock me down. Now I have 28 hit points. 28 hit points. I was able to get a shot in on the E100 there. And the E100 was taken out by the waffle. Thank you, Mr. Waffle. I would like syrup with that waffle, please. I guess still getting already kind of randomly firing. Finally, here comes the Foch 155. I have 28 hit points. Surely a Foch 155. Nope, sorry. Shut down. So now we're up to 6,631 damage. And there's a 113 left, a Jagdpanzer E100, a tier 10 waffle, tier 9 Jagdtiger, and the Arty. Now you can see I'm just sitting here waiting. Just don't want that Arty to even randomly get me. Because I figure he's going to think, well, I'm still right here. So in that sense, well, I haven't done it yet. I think here I go. So I decide to move to a different location to maybe take somebody by surprise. Because that's what we do, right? We relocate and take people by surprise. So now we've mostly evened this game up, which is pretty amazing, actually. I think that, again, that was some seriously derpy stuff there towards the end. And I come out, and I'm thinking, alright, well, do I pull further out and try to get a spot? Sure, why not? So I do. And, oh, there's Waffle. He's turning. Oh, no. Oh, can I get a shot? Yes! So I got an 805 shot. Not sure why that, considering I believe that did hit his gun shield, why I wouldn't have gotten the full 1100. Really not understanding that one. Maybe I didn't. Maybe I hit the, well, even if I should have had the penetration to get through his hull, even because he was just going perpendicular to me. It's not like he had anything. So I'm trying to kind of weather the storm here. You can see how many shots we're taking. He's firing into us twice, and the third time, I believe. Yeah, no, he got me the third. No, I'm sorry. I was destroyed by artillery. So the artillery finally got me with some HE splash damage. But my team goes on, although it seems like I thought at this point, okay, well, look at their players, right? Look at our players. This is easy. And they just did do in the Jagdtiger. So now they have one less tank to worry about. And now they're moving down to the town. It's like after everyone's dead, let's move down to the town. Okay, all right. That sounds like a plan. And let's see if no, this is as best as we can do. Okay, well, I guess I can manually control mode here right now. Is this new, actually? I don't remember being able to do this before. I think I just haven't done it in a long time. So yeah, we've got this Jagdpanzer E100, and we've got the... okay. Okay, this is the tank I was focused on, so this is the only one. So he gets a nice shot on the 113 there. And, not sure. I think I was trying to move around to the other waffle at this point. So, come on, move around to the other waffle. There we go. All right. Yeah, this is right. And he had destroyed the 113 by the time I got back over here. So now we just have their Jagdpanzer E100 and the Arty. Are they going to win? You think they're going to win? Well, it's probably a pretty good guess they'll win at this point, right? I mean, what kind of artillery player or Jagdpanzer E100 player would that have to be to kill 5 of my guys? I'm just faking you out. I think we win. We win. Trying to find the shots as they were happening here. So, yep, there we go. Boom, boom, boom. Lots of incoming fire. Of course, that Arty's going to go after that waffle. Yep, there it, boom. You can always predict artillery players. What's the weakest player on the map that I can potentially put out and get a kill? I play the same way. I'm not saying you shouldn't play that way. It's just funny because it's just really predictable. Either that, it'll look like you can tell they have XVM because they'll be going after any player that's, say, like green or above. Ignore all those other players. Just shoot the green and above players. Oh, let's do it this way. This looks better. This, like, we can just do... So, yeah, anyways, let me just make... While they're finishing up this match, I'll just do my kind of conclusion speech. So, yeah, this was a good game, and we'll show you the results screens in a minute here. Let's just... Because you want to see the end, right? Oh, I just skipped ahead. And boom, they killed him. Sorry. All right, well, that was pretty awful video management by me at the end. So, all right, so here you can see that it was our ace mastery in the Jagdpanzer E100. Not a particularly great one, I thought. I mean, I did love the whole me against everybody else thing for a little while there, and you know, it certainly took more abuse in this game than in previous games, I think. So, but as you can see, we got ace mastery, and we also got a sniper. We did 7,436 total damage with 3 kills and 1,185 base XP. Again, not a huge number there. I mean, my record is 1,976, I believe, or 74, something like that. So, and again, I've no players who go over 2,000, so that's not even that big of a deal either. As you can see, all the top tier players or top score here, I had really good damage. Almost 6,400 on the Waffle tractors, and the other one did 3,700, and our artillery did 3,500 almost. Our other Jagdpanzer E100 did 1,500, and our 183 that was up there on the hill with me, I think he died too soon. He did 1,674, so he probably actually maybe did one. Did he just get one penetrating hit there? Why can't I click him? I can't. Oh, this is because it's a screenshot. Oh. Anyways, I keep doing that. I gotta really stop doing that. Okay, so just basics. We did 10 shots fired, 9 direct hits, and 8 penetrations. That's pretty good for this tank. You know, don't always get that kind of high number of penetrations. We received 11 hits. We were penetrated on 4 times with 7 non-penetrations and 2 hits from splash damage. We had a total potential damage received of 9,480, which is pretty good because we only have, 2,000 HP, something like that. 2,200 hit points, yeah. So damage due to our assistance was probably through spotting, and that was 2,387 also. And we cleared with this 30% bonus and a premium count, we cleared 55,000, which is pretty good because we did have to resupply 20,000 for one of probably the repair kit, I'm guessing, and then 22,000 in ammunition and another 23,000 in repairs. So, I'm making this video a little late. Sorry for the yawn. Anyways, actually, it's not that late. It's only 9:49, but I'm tired. I'm tired from being up last night being late. So, you know, because me be gamer. Yeah, that's pretty much all I wanted to cover on the Jagdpanzer E100. It is certainly would I recommend this tank, to buy it and stuff? If you're a tank destroyer player and you like playing tier 10 battles, yes, because it is definitely a standout tank destroyer in terms of its capability to essentially, with usually laser-like precision. Let me put it this way: between short and medium ranges, this thing just boom, is not going to miss, especially if you allow full aiming. A little further out, 400, 500, 600 yards, if you've got that kind of visibility, render range, or anyways, you may actually still make your shot, but sometimes you're just going to miss because the reticle is still, it's 0.35, right? So you're still going to potentially miss on accuracy on this. So, yeah, I would definitely recommend this tank. I've had fun in it. I think I want to play it more now. I think that by playing tier 10s, you sometimes get over this whole kind of angst about playing that, your performance in tier 10s maybe isn't quite as good, blah, blah, blah. Well, if you think about it, when you first started playing tier 8s way, way, way back, you probably weren't that good at them either. So I think with tier 9s and 10s, it just takes even more time to kind of acclimate to all the ins and outs of playing them. If, like me, you're more of a kind of pseudo above average player and not really a, kind of a young uber unicum, I'm not a unicum, so I never will be a unicum. I'm just not that. My reflexes are, getting along in age, and I'm just not that fast anymore. So not that I was ever that fast to begin with. Although I played a mean game of Tempest when I was young. Well, thanks for watching. If you like this video, please remember you can click like, and you can also subscribe to our channel. And I'm totally ripping this off from Jedi, but you know, it's a good thing to say at the end. It's one of those kind of standard YouTuber things. And then, of course, you can always check out our website where we have guys like Pointy Haired Jedi and High Flyer 15, also known as the Rising Sun. They post their videos on that site as well. So if you ever want to kind of cumulatively see their stuff, there's one place you can go and view it, as well as we have a Facebook page and all that stuff too. So again, I hope you enjoyed the video, and leave your comments and suggestions and feedback below. Thanks for watching.